It is time for The Drop, where we talk about big music headlines of the week. So today we are going all in on Cowboy Carter, and ABC News contributor, DJ, and radio personality Megan Ryte brought in some backup with ABC News contributor, SiriusXM radio host Mike Muse, and celebrity stylist Mickey Freeman. Thank you all for coming up. Megan's already dancing. We're ready to go. All right, let's talk.
This is what we do every week, Diane.
I know. Let's talk Cowboy Carter. And Megan, let's start with the music. What songs are trending right now?
All right, first I want to say we got to give it some time, okay? We have to listen and sit with this album for a little bit, so don't get mad about what I'm choosing, but this is what I am seeing so far. I got to start with Ya Ya, okay? It samples Nancy Sinatra's These Boots Are Made for Walking. It also interpolates the Beach Boys' Good Vibrations, and Billboard is calling it the best Beyonce song on Cowboy Carter, and I gotta go with that. I'm loving Jolene. It is also, I'm loving Ya Ya. It is also, to me, the closest thing that you will get to hearing what Beyonce sounds like live on a studio album. Now, if we're moving on to Jolene, if you're gonna cover a Dolly Parton song, you gotta do it right. Word to Whitney Houston, and Beyonce did just that. And even writing the lyrics, instead of saying, I'm begging you, Beyonce said, I am warning you, don't come for my man. I didn't want to sing it, but that's what she was saying, all right? So keeping it moving to Spaghetti. Linda Martell and Shabuzi are on this record, all right? Now, if you are not familiar with Linda Martell, she is the first black woman to chart on a Billboard country chart, and she opens the song by saying, genres are a funny little concept, aren't they? In theory, they have a simple definition that's easy to understand, but in practice, well, some feel confined, all right? Yeah, you hear her right there. And that is basically what Cowboy Carter is in its essence, all right? So moving right along to Blackbird, okay? It reimagines the Beatles classic and features Tanner Adele, Raina Roberts, Tiara Kennedy, and Brittany Spencer. Now, Tiara actually put this into existence by posting it on Twitter, so I am very, very happy that she was able to make the album.
So, Megan, talk about the features on this album, because there are a lot of them.
Yeah, and a lot of these features are definitely high. You know, we talked about Dolly Parton, Willie Nelson, Miley Cyrus. People were talking about those Miley voices as well. Post Malone, Willie Jones, and her daughter, Rumi Carter.
Oh, I love that. It's a family affair. Mike, Beyonce said in a statement that the album was born out of an experience where she did not feel welcome. And she also went on to say that this isn't a country album, it's a Beyonce album. What do you make of that?
That's exactly what it is. Beyonce put her own twist on this. Beyonce is a true artist in every sense of the form. This is a country album at its core and foundational, but with a Beyonce twist. This album is very vocal forward. I think this is the most, the album where we see the most best vocal performance of Beyonce. The way that she's able to create harmonies, the way she's able to play with her vocal cord. She is a vocal acrobat when it comes to being able to lay down melodies and tracks, and particularly when you think about the song Daughter, which ultimately blends into opera that she's singing. I think for me the core of this is really the Linda Martell piece of this album, when she calls it Linda Martell Show. Linda talks about genre as a funny concept, and this album couldn't be more true to that when it comes to, but in short, this album is really great.
Mickey, you can't look at that album cover and not notice the fashion here. Cowboy Core is now trending like crazy. What do you think this album will do for fashion?
Well, I mean, Beyonce, she's a trendsetter, and, you know, with the fashion, the Cowboy Core trend, I mean, it's taken off to new heights. I mean, what started this was with the Renaissance album, when she, you know, had her bedazzled, you know, outfits and cowboy hats, and on the horseback. That cover shot really started the trend, the Cowboy Core trend movement, really. And then moving forward with this album, I mean, the world is going crazy. Everyone wants to have a cowboy hat and boots, which is the important elements to the Cowboy Core trend.
And Mike, you talked about genres being funny. Beyonce has covered a number of them. She's also a proud Houston native here, so her country roots make sense. But a lot of people might not know the history of cowboys and its relation to Black Americans. Her track list also gives a nod to the Chitlin Circuit. So what's the impact here beyond the music?
Yeah. The impact beyond the music is that what's interesting about cowboy culture that she really getting a nod to is two things. Cowboy culture and rodeo culture really began in the late 19th century, beginning particularly within the 1880s, where you saw enslaved people begin for the first time to get paid job being a cowboy. For the first time, these cowboys were being paid, black cowboys were being paid equitable payment just as the white cowboys were. And then when you go into the early 1900s, you really begin to see the entree of the rodeo. And black cowboys are credited to really advancing the style to which the rodeo is fashioned after currently, to which a black man was actually responsible for creating the category of steering the cattle. And so this is a nod in really centering black identity within country music. And when I was trying to say earlier, when you look at Linda Martell, the reason why she's focusing on Linda Martell the way that she is, it's because it's about Linda Martell was excluded in so many different ways from country music. She was made not to feel welcome, just as Beyonce was at the Country Music Awards. And so by centering Linda Martell back into country music, by centering black cowboys and cowboy culture back into country music, and centering the rodeo and black identity in country music, she's really recentering black identity into country music. So this album really is a thesis on recentering, reclaiming black identity, black culture at the forefront, and really giving us a history lesson through the lens of music. This album is actually brilliant in its concept as a thesis, almost academically.
All right, so we're getting music and an education all at the same time. And now, rapid fire. Megan, favorite song so far?
I have to say, again, you got to take a while to listen to it completely, but I'm loving Spaghetti, and it's kind of reminding me of like that person that you don't really know online, but you're rooting for. And Shabuzi, I've been following him for 6 months, so I'm happy that he has this moment.
Mickey, final word, your favorite song so far?
Well, I'm still on Texas Hold'em. I was practicing my hoedown this morning, and, you know, I mean, I'm going to really get into the album today, and, you know, maybe we'll have a dinner tonight with my friends.
A line dance for all.
Yeah.
Megan Ryte, Mike Muse, Mickey Freeman, thank you. And make sure to check out this week's episode of Impact by Nightline. It's Beyonce's Country, only on Hulu. New episodes drop every Thursday.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.